Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bayt.com's Career Talk. I'm Hatem. Now whether you're planning to stay at your current job, move up the career ladder, or even start your own business, you most likely or should already have an end goal in mind. And that's where creating a roadmap is very important. It helps you plan for the practical aspects of getting to that end goal. It also helps you deal with the unexpected surprises and new opportunities that you will most definitely face along the way. And that's what I want to discuss on this week's episode of Career Talk, how to create that roadmap. Number one, do a quick self-assessment. Once you've figured out what your end goal is, the important first step is to understand yourself. So I advise you to sit down and think about what you're actually good at, what you're strong at, what your strengths and your weaknesses. Your weaknesses, we want to think of them as things that you can improve upon, because we want to think within the context of relevancy. What is relevant to your current job or to your future job or to the business that you want to create, that end goal that you have in mind. So once you sit down and you list your strengths and your weaknesses, things that you want to improve at, also think about the things that you like doing and the things that you might want to stay away from. And once you've identified those, then you're able to put yourself in a position to succeed every step along the way while ensuring that you're reaching your end goal. And the things that you feel you can improve at, find an online course, something to take that next step to improve yourself as long as it's relevant. We want to focus on the relevant things that make you better at the position or closer to reaching your end goal. Number two, identify possible professions, positions, or career options. Now after step one, after you've understood yourself and have done that quick self-assessment, the next step is to see what's out there in the market that actually fits your next step along your roadmap. Now doing this is very easy. You can just log on to Bayt.com and you'll find thousands and thousands of jobs across the entire MENA region. Now start looking into the positions that you feel are best fit for you. Look into the job descriptions, understand what they require. And once you've outlined or gotten a brief understanding or an overview understanding of what positions are suitable for you, the next productive step would be to find people that you know within these fields, within these occupations, that you can sit with and sort of interview to get a better understanding of what makes them good at the job, what they struggle with. Understanding it from their perspective will help you better understand what you need to work on or what strengths you have that will make you really excel at that new position. So that's the next step that you want to do. Identify what possibilities exist in the market that would help you along your roadmap. Number three, strategize to enter your career choice. Now that we've understood what the market has that fits what we're looking for, and we've spoken to some people to get a deeper understanding of what's actually needed, and we've done a self-assessment to understand where we stand currently at this moment in time, the next step is to do a gap analysis. Where is that gap between what you have and what's needed in the market? And what steps can you take to plug these gaps? Is it a new skill that you need to learn? Is it some experience that you need to build? Do you need to speak to more people to get some more clarification? Online courses are a great way to plug these gaps. Understand where these gaps are that would help you take that next step and be positioned as the ideal candidate for that next opportunity. Number four, prioritize. Now that we've understood ourselves, we understood what the market has to offer and the gaps that lie in between and what we need to do to plug these gaps in, we need to understand how to prioritize. So you know you need a certain certificate or you need some certain experience that you can gain through an online course. But how do you know what to start with first? And that's where your timeline comes into play. For example, if your next step, you're planning to take it within the next 6 months, find the action that you could take that would plug that gap within these 6 months. It might be a short online course that within 6 months will give you the attributes or the skills that you need to take that next step. If you have 2 years ahead of you, you might want to work on that very important skill that takes a long time. It might be a certain certificate or even degree that you might want to take. So depending on your timeline and how long it takes to acquire a certain skill or attribute, you'll need to prioritize depending on that. Number five, network. Now, if you've watched my videos, you would have heard me preaching time and again the importance of networking. But why network? What value do you truly derive from having a large network? Now, what the network does for you is it opens up opportunities and access to information that the general public doesn't have. By engaging with other people within your field or in general, you will find yourself being exposed to certain opportunities, certain doors being opened that won't otherwise be available to just anyone else looking online. And that's where the importance of networking comes into play. By speaking to people, you better understand their fields, what's required, what's happening in the market, and you're able to strategize and position yourself better to take that next step and make everything easier for you. Number six, flexibility. Life is unpredictable. It'll throw at you new opportunities, challenges, changes, and very unexpected matters. And you need to be ready for those. You need to make sure that your roadmap is flexible. But as long as you have a clear vision of what your end goal is, you should be able to cope with these changes as they pop up. Now, some positive opportunities may come along your way, and some challenges may come along that you might feel might hinder your growth. But don't let these things demotivate you. Keep a clear vision of what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Understand yourself very well, what skills you possess, and what you need to get there. Now, these changes might force you to take a detour. It might force you to postpone a certain plan. But as long as you stay focused, don't be demotivated, and understand what your end goal is at the end of the day, you'll be on the right path. Number 7, find a mentor. Now, finding a mentor in your field will help you avoid many mistakes along the way. Remember, mentors who've been where you are have also been where you want to go. And these are very important as they pass on their lessons and their information and their knowledge and experience. It helps you achieve your goal faster as long as you pay attention to what they have to say and avoid the mistakes that they've made. It's also great for you to bounce ideas off of them, get their thoughts and their perspectives on what you want to achieve and where you currently stand. Mentors are very valuable for the information they provide and will help you speed up the process. Number 8, moving forward. As you create your career roadmap and know what you want to achieve at the end of the day, your ultimate objective, your career goal, you'll find yourself sometimes in positions where you need to put in that extra bit of effort to make sure you're moving forward, that you're always learning, growing, challenging yourself. This might mean asking for that promotion that you feel is long overdue. It might mean asking for a salary raise, or it might be changing jobs altogether, or even changing industries. You need to make sure that you're always moving forward. Having that clear vision of what you want to achieve will make sure that you're on the right track. So always have that perspective at the back of your mind to make sure that every day that you take is a step closer to your end goal. And that will make sure that you're always moving forward, not taking any steps back, and definitely not staying stuck where you are right now. And that's all I have for you on this week's episode of Bayt.com's Career Talk. I hope you found that valuable and helps you put some clarity to what you want to achieve and how to get there. As always, we're making new episodes here every single week, so make sure to follow us here, and I'll see you all next week.